Okay, just looking back on the last game, we this SMU, after evaluating the film, really, I thought we just got out muscled in some ways, especially on rebounding. And when you get out rebounding the way we did, it's going to be a long, long night for us, like it was. So that's something we have to continue to improve on. And a team like South Carolina, that's what they do extremely well, probably as well as SMU, rebound the ball. So we've got to really, it's something we've been stressing to our players and to our team. They need to do a better job of boxing out and rebounding the ball. And there's a couple areas we need to really improve in, especially in the shooting, three-point shooting and our free throw shooting. Those areas that were really, and then the other night, the rebounding. So we'll have to correct some of those things before tomorrow night. It's a good Gamecock team. Frank Martin's teams are always very aggressive, both at the defensive and the offensive end. They have a real inside presence that we're going to have to contend with. He's a kid that I'm impressed with. Coach on his physicality inside. He does a good job. And the kid, Dozier, P.J. Dozier, his dad had played for us when I was at the University of South Carolina as assistant coach. So he's really coming on as a sophomore. And so they've got some real good weapons. I'm not sure whether the best player has been suspended. I'm not sure he'll be back tomorrow night. Any questions?
South Carolina use a lot of physical and do a lot of fouling. Where do you get you guys to play through that, and not expect those fouls just because they don't get them?
Well, we've got to be able to we've got to use that physicality against them by screening better, making harder cuts, ball fakes, and just taking care of the basketball, being a little more patient, because it's not going to, that first guy may not be open, or you may not be open on your first cut. If you don't make a hard cut or you don't use the screen properly. And then we've got to look for the back cuts and the back doors if we are on playing deny. So that's something we've tried to work on.
But you said you have to do a better job of three-point shooting. And they come in as one of the nation's best men.
Second.
So.
Yeah, well, again, that's where patience comes in. We've got to go inside out. Something I thought we didn't do a good job of posting and getting the ball inside. So, and that's the best time to shoot the three. We really haven't done a good job of. Looking at the other night, Diedrich is a willing passer. We just didn't find him, especially against the 1-3-1. Looking back on film, we had many opportunities to throw the ball inside, and we didn't. And that's why we ended up with such a poor assist and turnover rate, and turn the ball over so much. But we just didn't hit the open man. So that's something we've really stressed. Get back doing what we do best. So the three-point shots will come if we can, if we can get the ball inside, then that'll give you, it's the best time to shoot that ball. Three is when it's coming back out at you, you're looking right at the basket, and not have to curl and cut and get open.
Have you talked to Jeremiah about letting the guys get in his head? I know he picked up that technical last game about jawing back and forth with the guy. I forget who it was.
Yeah, we made that a point at the bench that night. His comment was, he was talking to me. I'm like, there it is, son. So you got to talk back to him. It's not like what did he say about you? It's something we can't talk about or what? So the only thing you got to do is you've got to be. It takes discipline. You just got to concentrate on just playing the game. So yeah, we did talk about it.
Outside of that, what are your thoughts about his development at that position through the first 2 months of the season?
Jeremiah?
Yeah.
At the point guard spot?
At the point guard spot.
Well, I thought he had a setback the other night. He doesn't, he turned the ball over, 5 or 6 times, I think. And only came up with 7 assists, so that was a disappointment. But a lot of it had, I think, again, you talk about getting in his head. I think those are things that can take you out of a game if you're not focusing on, and you're not concentrating on doing your job And that's it, just do your job, and everything else will take it. If you're playing that hard, you won't even hear what they're saying, because you'll be so focused. Yeah, I like what he's doing. I like the way he's playing. I thought he had his hands full against a very physical, athletic, long point guard the other night. So that's going to be his challenge against bigger, stronger, and he's going to have the same problem because there's a 6'6" point guard in P.J. Dozier that's coming in tomorrow night. So he's going to have to learn how to utilize and compensate, and use his quickness and his ability to get by people. He did late in the game, penetrating and not settling for the three-point shot, which he's struggling with, so he needs to learn to attack off the dribble. And I think that's something he can do against him because he has that type of quickness.
Toby, how do you feel like your guys benefit from some tough non-conference games coming up here, just kind of finishing out that slate, and how does that prepare your guys for conference play, the tough, stiff competition you have right now with South Carolina?
Well, it's just all in how you look at it. You're playing your best. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. You want to play give your best effort and respect. I never thought that the competition necessarily make you better. Practice makes you better. So if you don't play hard every time you play, I don't care if you're playing against Incarnate Word, Ole Miss, SMU, I don't care who it is. You better come with your best effort every time you go on the court, or you're not going to play. You're not going to reach your level. So you're not necessarily playing to the competition. And I believe in playing, and that's one of the things I was concerned about just with this, with any team. That's the thing that's what every coach guards against. Consistency, or the inconsistency that players might have emotionally or mentally because of their thought pattern. Hey, it's a game that we can pick the win, or we're doing this or we're doing that or whatever. And then that's when and then it's hard psychologically to turn that off and on. They watch a lot of NBA where they just play off and on and turn on. Those are pros, man. So it's a big difference. So if you don't come every night, then that's the respect you have to have for the game and for your opponent. So that's what we teach. So I don't care about who we play in non-league. I mean, I care because it helps in RPI later on in selection, getting the postseason play. But as far as getting you ready, it really has. I don't think it has much effect.
Have you thought of going into any of the walk-ons off the bench?
Pardon me?
Have you thought about going to any of the walk-ons off the bench?
Not really. No, they're not ready for this. No, they do a good job in practice. I appreciate Alex Moffitt. He does a good job. I appreciate Jonathan. Those are Jonathan Benz. All those kids do. And we appreciate everything, and I'm grateful for it, and it means a lot. But it's tough, we're trying to find those guys like Craig who can step up and Keon, and you get Christian playing better. And that's no knock against them because I respect how hard those guys and the sacrifice they make. It's not. There'll be games that they'll get a chance to play in. But with the heat on the bat, with the game on the line, probably not.
When you have situations where you're having to play guys 40 minutes like you did the other night, is there a benefit to getting them 1 or 2 minutes?
Oh yeah.
During the game?
Yeah, we probably should have gotten some minutes in the first half. But it was, those guys. SMU had some real physical guys, and that's a team that if you let them get away, get a lead on you, you have no chance of catching up. We did catch up. We were 6 point down. We did everything we could to get back in the game. We took the lead. We couldn't hold it. So it's tough. It's tough to do that. We did play Craig, and the problem we have now is that that's where Chad Ryko, where you had Jeremiah, Jamario coming off the bench, so you had an extra body, big guy. That's why I got to get Jake in the game, and that's where. If I had to do it over again, I'd probably play Jake more, get him in the game, give Dedrick, KJ, you know, the guys that needed rest. So honestly, you're probably gonna see that in the future.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks.